Hi. Let me get this adjusted. Oh, that's way too up close and personal. You can see my roots. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hi, Christina. Are you seeing this in landscape? The way it's like this? Oh, thank you. You know what? Oh, this is a funny story. I'll wait until I get more people in here so they can all laugh at me. I don't mind laughing at myself. No, see, if you hit the thing to make it big, does it go sideways? Because, thank you. I wanted something sunshiny. Yes, I'm going to make ricotta pancakes. Tony, her YouTube handle is, let me think, I know this. Her YouTube handle is Auntie Vernon. Ta-da! I can make my brain work. Anyway, Tony was the winner of the submission of its portrait. See, I really hate you guys happen to see me this way instead of this way. But you know what? You know, when I did my 5 hours, it was on this way. My cell phone was this way, and you saw me this way. And it didn't tell me, turn it. Now, and the next time after that, when I did 2 hours, the same thing as well. It didn't tell me to do that. And it was all fine. Now, all of a sudden, it's telling me, and I don't think I've changed any settings, and it's telling me rotate it, and it said rotate it to stream in landscape. Now, landscape is this way, right? Somebody get me up to speed on that. I'm 99.9% sure. Ooh, it's so hot. Terry Ann and Christina, and we have Jenna and Ray, Clarissa. Hi, everybody. I'm so glad you came to spend a little of your Sunday with me. You know, we're going to make, oh, heck, here's my stuff. We're going to make some pancakes. And it's low carb for all of you that are doing keto. And like my husband has diabetes, so he should really eat low carb. He doesn't. And my friend says, well, you do all the grocery shopping, just don't bring it home. But if I don't bring it home, then I get dirty stink eye. And then he grumble about stuff. So, you know what they say, happy wife, happy life. Same thing goes with husbands. Happy husbands, happy life. It might not rhyme, but it's true. So anyhow, I'm not seeing your talking. Okay, there it is. I think of landscape as on the horizon. Right, Christina, exactly. Hi, Mel. Hi, Mel. Oh, somebody's got to make this word stay up here so I don't have to constantly touch it. Is that a Pario? No, this is just a ginormous 5X t-shirt from the big man's store. And it's long like a dress on me. And if I put it on, I can be stealthy and not wear a bra. But not out and about. Because, man, I'd scare people. That's the one thing I love about losing weight. My sisters get smaller, and then I don't get so many stares. He doesn't want junk food, but gets sad when I don't buy it. Hi. Piper, what's your first name? That's just weird that I don't know your first name. brushed my new haircut just straight back, so we'll see. Um, well, especially when you're as big as me, the bras really suck. They cut into, I'm sure everybody's familiar with the complaints that big women talk about, they cutting into your shoulders and, you know, hurting underneath the breast. Cutting, yeah. Even though you got a perfect size. So, Pauline. Pauline, that's cute. Pied Piper, do you play flute, Pauline? I play flute. But alas, I have not played with sheet music for so long, I don't know if I would even be able to play with sheet music. But if I just turn the radio on, I'll just close my eyes and play along. I don't need sheet music. I don't need no stinking sheet music. Oh, I took the longest shower. I'm sorry I'm so late coming to you guys there in the mainland because, it seemed like I have my little shower seat in the shower still from when I broke my leg. It just was so convenient that when you're sitting there and you're doing your Clarisonic on your face, who doesn't have a Clarisonic? Hot toddy! She told me to get a Clarisonic, and so I did. And you know what? I love it. I love it. So save your pennies and get yourself a Clarisonic. They're the best thing since sliced bread. My day was really weird. I had woke up off and on through the night because, like a lot of you know, I'm constantly drinking H2O. And so, unlike my friend Alberta, who it can be really good about stop drinking at about 7 or 8 o'clock at night so that she can sleep through the night, I just drink straight up till the time I go to sleep. So, yeah, it's up a couple times through the night. And so then one time when I got up, I was able to go straight back to sleep. And then the next time, I did the evil thing. I picked up my cell phone. And it was hard to go to sleep after that. So I put a few things, did a few things. I started to write down everybody's birthday. Oh, how many people do we have in here? Oh, 16, that's kind of good. I'd rather if we had higher numbers, but maybe I'll have to just reiterate when more people come in. With YouTube handling your comments, I am noticing that, like, when I go to write down people's name and birth dates off of that one video, off of the comments, the video about birthday club. Okay, so I'll be writing some down, write them down. And then I got so tired, I went back to sleep. And then I opened YouTube up again, went back to that video, scrolled down in the comments. Okay, I was seeing all the comments I had seen previously, but mixed in were comments that had been made different days and that I hadn't seen. So I'm not really happy at all how that's handling. And have you guys ever noticed that at the tippy top, if you go to a YouTuber's homepage, the very homepage, that across the tippy top, it'll say things like, I don't even remember, because all I'm looking for is the one that says community. And if they have the community button, you can click there. They can leave announcements to you guys. They can interact with you guys. You guys can leave messages for them. You can interact with each other. And it's kind of like a comment section without a designated video. I want that so much for our group. We really need it. But when I was doing a search on how to set that up for your website, first of all, you have to have, well, they said there has been an occasional person that had only 2,000 subscribers and YouTube gifted them the little community tab up there. but most of the people have to have, it's been thought previously you had to have at least 10,000. So I'm thinking, oh Lord. So I'm thinking maybe I should set up, what do you think about it? Do most of you do Facebook too? So like if I set up a special Facebook page just for us, we could use that as our community tab instead of waiting for a community tab. Because who knows if we'll ever get up to 10,000, and I hate to think that YouTube won't give us a tab for community. So now I'm going to put on my glasses and read all your comments back. Hold on. I'll catch up with you. I hate that you have to try to look at me through my glasses. That's why I take them off. Christine, I don't know, it might be easier to use Instagram for that type of thing because it keeps the comments in chronological order. Oh. Now, Instagram, can you leave a message? Hi, Athena. No, you're not too late. I've just been on for 11 minutes. And you know me, 11 minutes is like a drop in the hat because I'm a chatty Cathy. Come on backwards. Yes, you use Facebook. Mel, I was going to suggest Facebook. Christina doesn't use Facebook. Mel says she uses Facebook. I go through at least once a day. The thing is, I'm not real understanding Instagram. I uploaded it just so I could leave Peter that message. And then, like I told you guys the other day, I wasn't sure if the message that I left when I clicked a button that said message, I wasn't absolutely positive it wouldn't show up somewhere on his public thing. And I was asking, like, I know I'm stupid, but I'm like, I'm just ignorant of the application, okay? So I said to him, I'm like, I don't know, is this the private area? Am I leaving you like a direct message nobody else sees? Or, and then I don't think he looked at the messages anyhow, so is that how we would leave messages to each other? I don't know, but then not everybody could see it, right? I'm wanting to eat these strawberries, but Tina said put the strawberries on the pancakes after we make them, so I'm not going to eat these. Oh, shucks, I forgot to. You know what happened is I was going to bring out one of my big smoothie straws and show you how good that works. You take the smoothie straw and you push it through here and push it like this, and it pops this part out. And it does it really, really well. I've seen people try it with a regular straw. Trust me, use a smoothie straw that's big, fatter. Works great. So at any rate, I got rid of Instagram and Snapchat. I never could figure out Snapchat, Ree. Is it Ree or Ray? Type it phonetically for me, honey. Set the comments to newest first, okay? Pauline, you mean on Facebook? We can do that. I can do Facebook too. I'd love to see you there too. I was thinking that we could call it Sunny's Honeys. If that name has not been taken already on Facebook, I thought we could make our Facebook called Sunny's Honeys, because you all my honeys. You make my life so sweet. Speaking of Peter, I hope he goes to Hawaii soon. I'd be great to see you two together. I know he's going to go, he keeps talking about going to LA, but I doubt if he'll come here. And I'm still such a small YouTuber, he probably doesn't want to make a collab with me or anything. He might have a cup of coffee privately with me and Alex, but I can't imagine him wanting to do a collab with me. That would be like the President of the United States at any given year contacting a 6th grader to do something fun together. I'm such a baby on here. Well, let's see. I'm going to. Oh, Christina, are you going to be in Oahu? Oh, Maui. It's pretty over there. I think maybe Sunny's Honeys is better because if we do Sunny's Bunnies, then we might get some of the weird guys thinking that we're going to be all dolled up with little bunny ears and a little fluffy tail and not much else on. Not sure how Facebook works. I've never used it. Pauline, I've been using it for a very long time, and even my mother, who I think she was about 86 in her deep in her 80s, she was using it before she passed. So Pauline, I have faith in you. But for some reason, Instagram is just like a whole, maybe it's because I have spent so long on Facebook. It's hard for my brain to understand a different kind of concept. Hi, Nels. I'm still waiting to see Auntie Vernon, Tony. I haven't seen her show up yet. She was waiting around because she had today and tomorrow off. And I've been posting messages to her that as soon as I do this and this, I'm going to be on. She's like, okay, I'm just chillaxing here and doing some, I think, crocheting or some knitting, something like that. She's just chillaxing. Hi, Tony. You sneaky. I see you. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Penny. Hi, Joseph. Nice to see you again. I'm going to make her pancakes, okay? And I hope that I don't need to beat it with an electric beater because I think that's too noisy. So I'm going to just beat it like this. Is that okay? Okay. Let's see what I got here. I tried to bring everything out from the kitchen. Those of you who have never seen me cook, I cook sitting down on my couch on a long table that's in front of my couch in the living room because my hips hurt so bad. And my kitchen actually is so teeny tiny anyhow. My husband and I can't be in there together. I mean, technically we can be in there together, but we're stepping all over each other and we getting frustrated, etc., etc. I think it's about maybe 3.5 feet wide and maybe 6 feet long. It's really small. So it's just as good to cook in here. And I've got induction burner. Hi, Jamie. Hi. It must be hot as heck over there in Phoenix or Arizona. Pauline, you gotta go already? I didn't even cook you a pancake, Pauline. Pauline, no. If you're not going to work, you have to stay. You're gonna make me cry. It's just like tough. Get over it. Pauline, no. Please say it's not true. I was going to make pancakes for you. Oh no, saying bye to Ree. Ree, are you leaving? Why are you leaving? Oh, it's in the UK. It's already in the wee hours. Oh my goodness, Ree. Or Ray. Ree. Okay, Ree, love you. I'm sorry. I'll try to do it earlier another time. Are you still here to say bye? She's maybe gone. Well, we got 20 people in here. Oh, so hot. So you have air conditioning, I hope, Jamie. Now, my downstairs has no air conditioning. Oh, my pathetic little sideburns. She cut these way too short. Long time ago when I had short hair before, I had little spiky, sexy spiky kind, wispy, that you could slick with something, and then when it dried, it was individual spikies, but it was a little bit longer and angled a different way. Oh, my house, hell, heck no. I live in like a slum. Not really, but kind of in the middle of. I'm just happy. I'm just thankful for that I get a roof over my head. We don't own it. We've rented this apartment for 22 years, and we got a great landlord. So anyhow, let's get started on this. I'm getting hungry because I had a very late breakfast. Now, she told me two different ways. She told me on one message, she said fourth of a cup, and another message she said half a cup. I'm going to do half a cup and 2 eggs. So I got my half a cup measuring cup here, and we're going to use ricotta. Now, I bet those of you that want to be really strict with yourself, you could probably get the low fat or the no fat ricotta, but no. When I eat something, I'm going to eat the good kind because I'm not wasting my calories on nasty tasting stuff. And furthermore, a lot of doctors will say the fat that's in this stuff is actually the good kind of fat for you. Oh, bring your words back. Oh, yes, thank goodness. Pulled weeds. Tony says, I thought Northern California was hot. Don't. Right, Jenna. Well, if I was the kind that entertained, I'd love to have a nice house, and maybe one day I'll have something of my own. Time will tell. So I'm opening this new ricotta, and I have, see, I keep almost everything handy here. I have my silverware. Get a nice big spoon. Jamie, I'm so glad too. I know Tina and Tony. Yeah, and then I've got the measuring spoons that match. Bring the words back. Hi, John. Oh, I'm so sorry he's having a bad day, Kels. Well, when I brought Rachel home from the hospital, let me scoop out some of this while I'm talking. Right after I had Rachel and I brought her home, is this the 1/2 cup? Yes, ma'am, this is the 1/2 cup. I sat on the couch holding Rachel, and I started to cry and cry and cry. And it wasn't nothing to do with the postpartum. Not at all. What it had to do with is the fact that all of a sudden a little light bulb came on, and I realized life. I realized that there was going to be days when there was just not a darn thing that I could do to help. That her heart would be broken. She would be scared. She'd be miserable. She'd be in pain, mentally, physically. And there was going to be days when there was just not a darn thing I could do about it. And that just broke my heart. And I'm like, you know what? I think that's the hardest part of being a mom, is realizing that no matter how lovely you try to make their life and how much you try to protect them and maybe go overboard protecting them, that there's still going to be times when they just have to do the struggle and they just have to be miserable, and that really sucks. But life's got enough fun and wonderful days to make up for that. But John, I do hope that things turn around for you, and I'll say a little prayer tonight when I lay down to be quiet and go to sleep. Now I've got a 1/2 cup of ricotta cheese, and I'm going to put that in my measuring cup. This is pretty simple. For a 1/4 of a cup, you would just use 1 egg. I'm going to use 2 eggs. And unfortunately, the only eggs that I buy are the extra large. So this is probably, so I'm putting my egg in there. I should have brought me out. Usually I have a little trash bag here. But I will do cleanup Bombay later. Oh, okay, paper towels. I also do have a nice clean, don't you love those flour sack kind of towels to wipe your dishes off? So anyhow, let's see what the words are that I'm missing. So when are you getting married, Kels and John? Have you picked out a date yet? Thunderstorms here. Amma, I am jealous. I love the sound of thunderstorms and the rain. We hardly ever get thunder here and lightning. Why, thank you, Emily. Maybe I should do ASMR. Put people to sleep on those channels. November 7th. Oh, it's far, far away. Well, you know what? That's kind of good. You got a lot of time to save up money. Now, she said, in addition to the ricotta cheese and the eggs, she said to put some vanilla. So I have vanilla extract. Please, my honeys, don't waste any money on the imitation. If your budget's so tight, wait until you can afford a teeny tiny little, what is this, 1 fluid ounce bottle. But get the real stuff. That imitation stuff just nasty, nasty, nasty. This is a new bottle. You know, when I first got married, you could have vanilla extract for about $1, a big bottle. Now I freak out every time I go, even in the military commissary where supposedly things are cheaper. Where's my knife? I had brought out a sharp knife. These silly acrylic fingernails are too thick on the edges to really get a hold of stuff sometimes. So anyhow, yeah, the military commissary, just a 2-ounce bottle, which is just twice as much as this, but it's not even the big one. It's like $6. It's crazy. You know, my very favorite, I have to say, and I used to do a ton of baking. I'm trying to get away from that because apparently I don't need to have any more bakery goods put on this body. But when I did a lot of baking, I had this bottle. It was about this big around and about this tall. It kind of more or less looked like a vitamin bottle in a way, actually. And I got it at Ross. You call it Ross. We call it Ross's. I got it at Ross's. Wasn't all that expensive, $3 something. And it was the gel. It was like a thicker gel with the little specks of vanilla bean that had been scraped into it. It was intense. It was delicious. And I used that in all my baking. And for the life of me, I can't find it at Ross's anymore. So if anybody ever sees it at Ross, for heaven's sakes, pick me up a bottle, mail it to my P.O. box, and I'll send you money for the postage and the bottle. And then I'll have to put a message up and say, nobody send me, I got it now. Because one of those bottles, you use such a small amount that it lasts you a long time. Oh, Athena, oh. Well, you know what, Athena, you can watch this after the fact, but it was so wonderful just that you stopped in and said hi. Oh, okay. I have to hear all about your school the next time we get together, okay, Athena? I want to hear what you're studying and what grade you're in and everything, okay, honey? And if you're doing your homework. I'm sure you are. Fun fact, if you put empty vanilla pods into powdered sugar, it's the same as the fancy Starbucks. Awesome, Kel. Those those vanilla pods are expensive too. I'm doing your master's degree. You're in Taiwan. Oh, well, congratulations. We're so proud of you. When you graduate, we'll have to find a way. If we do the Facebook thing, see, that'll be so wonderful because people can post their pictures. Like, she can get her picture of her graduating with her master's and put it up there. Bye, Athena. We love you. Mwah. Yes, we're very excited for you doing your master's degree. Very proud and happy. Okay, so let's put the vanilla in here. I'm going to use the cap to measure. And I'm just doing this the old-fashioned way, just putting some in and then looking. So I used 2 caps full of this. Now, Tony, she says to put a little sweetener. Now, this is stevia and monk fruit. Let's see. It's still not focusing real well. There you go. This is not too bad. I'm not really liking the stevia, but the monk fruit is awesome. So I'm going to put this in, and then I'll put a little bit of regular sugar, if I can find where my hubby put the sugar after we had our breakfast. He's hiding the sugar. He's hiding the sugar over. Ah! Oh boy, I'm going to get scolding for that. We have one of these chargeable things that can actually even make your car battery jump with the little cables if you need to. But it also can be used as a good battery bank for your phones and stuff. It was tucked away in the napkin holder where the sugar was, and I knocked it on the floor. If you hear me scream all the way from Hawaii, that's him scolding me. I bought a box of it. I believe it was at the commissary, but you might just do a Google search and see if you could buy it like on Amazon or something, or go to their website. It's not too bad when you get used to it. WholeEarthSweetener.com. Okay, got that? WholeEarthSweetener.com. Just run it all together. Yeah, Mel, that's what I'm reading you. WholeEarthSweetener.com. And you might be able to search where it is sold, or even drop them a question. Sometimes they gotta contact us. So anyhow, it's hot downstairs because my air conditioner is in my bedroom. So what I'm going to do, this is a good trick when you're trying to get yourself snuck into, John thought you said sativa, stevia. Oh, special pancakes. That's funny. Okay, Mel, check that out. I have found, oh, Tessa, that is the nicest compliment. Thank you so much, honey. I have found when I'm trying to sneak myself back onto my diet and I'm like mentally being a rebellious little teenager to myself, to the mother in me, a lot of times I'll sneak myself, like I'll use half of the sweetener with this and half with the sugar, until my taste buds get kind of used to it. The stevia doesn't taste as bad as it does in other combinations. Monk fruit is awesome, and if I could get a hold of that, I used to buy for Dennis monk fruit only, but they stopped carrying it at the commissary. So I don't know where I can find just, I probably should do a search. That monk fruit is really awesome. Monk fruit is an actual fruit, and then they just get the stuff from it, and it has a nice clean taste. It doesn't leave an afterbite like stevia does. So, okay, so I put 1 packet of that, and I'm going to put maybe, you know what, I'm not going to put too much because I can always put sweetener. So like, this is an eighth of a measuring, and I'm filling it about half full. So that would be like a tablespoon, for heaven's sakes. Just use your tablespoon. Me trying to be all, you know what? I've spent 45 years of cooking like this. Put it in, that looks about right. Like all your grandmas did, right? Oh, I wanted to show you something. I got this, and this is pretty awesome. This is the Lazy Man's sugar and cinnamon. You don't have to mix it yourself. Now look at it, it says apple down there, apple cinnamon. And this has got actual, hi Janice! This has got actual natural apple flavoring added to the cinnamon sugar. And I tried it on toast, buttered toast the other day. Not bad at all. If it was artificially flavored, forget about it. I don't want it in my house. Because that stuff, that's just a waste of money. Except, I told you about the Tic Tacs that are artificially, and they've got, it says, the package says, artificial and natural flavors. Taste just like donuts. Oh my goodness. Does this one have sugar? I'm quite sure it does. Starts out with brown sugar, spices including cinnamon, brown rice syrup, solids, apple, and then the stuff to make it flow, silicone dioxide and blah blah. I'm sure it's not awesome for your body. But you're going to put, this says that serving size 2 teaspoons. I used maybe 1/2 of a teaspoon, if that. So everything in moderation, but calories, 30 calories for 2 teaspoons. If you were putting it on oatmeal, you'd probably use 2 teaspoons. So that would be 30 calories, and sodium 0. So it's good for me. And total carbs, 6 grams of carb for 2 teaspoons. Okay. So it says you can sprinkle on pancakes, toast, or fruit. Mix it into yogurt, milk, cream cheese, or butter. So normally I just mix up my own cinnamon with sugar and keep some handy. So this was kind of silly for me to try it, but that apple flavor is what, it was the hook that got this fish in the corner of my mouth. Okay, so I got all the goodies in here. Where is my, I'm going to just beat it up. Somebody play Devo. Whip it. Whip it good. Do 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 do. I can't even remember the words, and I should know by now. But whip it. Whip it good. I love that video back in the day. Oh, good for you, Mel. I hope you enjoy it. You going to put it in coffee and stuff? Now I got some lumps. Does it matter if see, it's kind of a sloppy batter, but like I said, I've got extra large eggs. I probably should put just a little scoop more of ricotta to balance out those extra large eggs compared to. So I'm just adding just a little bit more because that extra large eggs probably is throwing it off to be sloppy. Tony, I don't need to add any like baking powder. The rising comes only from the eggs. Anybody you make cloud bread? I've made cloud bread. They are so yummy. Do you like apple butter? I love apple butter, but I'm real finicky. I don't like to buy just like Kraft or Smuckers. I want some that's like old-fashioned homemade kind. Like if I was at Pike's Marketplace in Seattle, I probably there's this place that when I was there last 8 years ago, they were called Johnson Family Berry Farm, and they had the most awesome. Oh my goodness, I can't wait when I go back to the mainland, and if I get to go to Seattle area and go to Pike's Marketplace, I'm going to get a whole bunch more like I did last time because they've got golden raspberry jam, they got bumbleberry, they got oh, so many great jams. And I brought home about 6 bottles, and I was really rationing them out so they'd last a long time, but of course it's gone now. Well, look at this batter, looks really good. So I'm going to start heating up my pan, and I'm going to put a little coconut oil in there. This is so fun to cook with you. Does anyone remember how to make apple butter? No, just 4 ingredients. Okay, you're answering me. They're thin. Oh, okay. A. Zamora. Now, I just wrote your name down on the birthday list. Let me try to think what A stood for. Don't tell me right off the bat. I need to try to make my brain work. A. And I thought, oh, that's a nice name. No, it wasn't Adele. It wasn't April. All right, Angela. I'm guessing Angela. Yeah! You're not just being nice and trying to make me feel good. That's for real your name. She's like, take a pity on this old lady. Lie to her. Tell her it's really Angela. Oh, you guys don't know. I feel like I'm getting the biggest hug right now. 15 of my sweeties around me. Oh, this is like the best day of my week. I think it's a bunch of apples, cinnamon sugar, all cooked all night in a crock pot. Hey, Jamie, I think that will work. We probably could Google the dickens out of that and find like 10 gazillion recipes for it. I think the trick, the big trick with the apples, the apple butter, is getting the spice ratio just right. Some of them are like, whoa, dude, when you put it on your toast, it's like, whoa, that's like punching me in the mouth with too much spice. Maybe they're heavy on the clove or whatever. And then some of them are kind of wimpy and they're more liquidy, like applesauce. I wouldn't mind making my own homemade ketchup if I had my grandma's recipe. Oh, Devin, that's so sweet. Ah. Well, I am definitely, Devin, I've told them time and time again, you guys' love is like a drug to me, and I am so addicted to you guys. And I don't even care who knows it. I, hey, anybody know the old TLC song about not too proud to beg? I mean, that's about a different subject matter, but it's a good thing. I'm not too proud to beg for your love because I love you guys. Janice, I don't know. It's delivered to his P.O. box. Now, on other things, I've seen, like when I've sent to other people, I've seen according to the tracking, it'll say delivered, and if I check after the fact, that after they get it, it'll say picked up. But I don't know if I'm going to see that on the tracking, the U.S. Postal Service tracking or not. I'm not sure. Oh, but I'm so anxious to know that they've opened it. Mel, you are so sweet. Oh, really? Mel, when did he say that? Mel, get out! Oh my God! Shut up! Oh, oh! You guys, our family gonna represent. Oh, yes, ma'am, Miss Jamie. You're one of the first that got here. Let's heat up this pan. Look at it, it's just sitting here. Oh, by the way, when I tell you about the stuff that I love, none of it is, you know, what these big YouTubers, they get free stuff, they get money. None of it is. This is just stuff that I bought that I love. Um, Copper Chef. Woo-hoo. Love the Copper Chef. You can get it at Ross's for cheaper than you can ordering it on TV. Hi, Leanne. Is everybody feeling better today? I'm going to have to I feel like one of my hairs has gone down on my nose and landed on my nose, and it felt like it was tickling my nose. Oh, everybody's sick at her house. Yeah, let's all pray for Leanne and her family. I know, Devin. Ross is the bomb, diggity.com. Aha, see? I felt a hair, and just then when I wiped my nose again, I saw the hair. Oh, Kels, that's sad. I need my Rosses. We had a Sports Authority go out of business at our Windward Mall that's just half a mile from my house. And I just noticed the other day, big sign, they're getting ready to open a ginormous Ross's over there. I will be there all the time because I have to go a whopping mile and a half down the road to the Ross's now. Everything is close over here in Hawaii. Everything is close. Even when we complain that we're making a long drive, say we're going up North Shore to Haleiwa, that's our long drive. It's maybe 45 minutes. You have Targets galore. We were excited when we finally got Targets. We were so excited to get Kmart's, and now they're all shut down. I may not be allowed unsupervised. Oh, I love that. I need a t-shirt with that. I put a whole bunch of goodies in my cart, and then I spend an hour looking at them and debating myself, talking myself out of a bunch of this stuff. Yesterday I was going to buy yet a third crock pot because it's a new one by Presto. It was at the exchange, just a little over 50 bucks. It was a 6-quart, and the outside part of it, it's supposedly for like if you're on the go. What is that called? I should know because I like to watch the RVers. But anyhow, the outside part of it was made of that hard molded plastic that they use on coolers. That's kind of got bumps on it and stuff. And then the inside was not a crockery. It was like a pan that lifts out. And the top could shut down real super tight so that, say you made chili and you wanted to take it to your auntie's house for a family get together, it shut down real tight and it had like a handle. But then I just don't go to outings like that, so it just didn't make sense. Oh, influence. You know what? When you're old, you don't let people influence you. No, that's not fair. You know what? Now, I don't do his makeup. Like, I don't do my makeup the way he does makeup. But I love, love, love this guy that's in England. He's actually from an outer island next to Scotland. And his name is John McLean. And he doesn't have all that many followers, but he's awesome. He's got a very dry wit um, and a creative mind. He is a professional makeup artist there in London, and he's beautiful. He is absolutely drop dead gorgeous. And last night I was watching him, and he was demonstrating the liquid highlighters from Jeffree Star. Oh, is it Patrick Star? Which one is? Which one is the guy with the blonde hair? Yeah, John McLean. I'm about I'm at the kindergarten class in 180. Talk about Germ City. Oh, Leanne, you need to provide me with lots and lots of ideas from teachers to do on the kids section. I got to start beefing that up. I want to hit my stride and have something. You know, it would be smart as if I could just record my brains out for about 3 or 4 days in a row and knock out about 3 videos a day. And then I wouldn't be so pressed after that. I could just do 1 video at a time, making, but then releasing. I got to learn that from Jeffree Star is the blonde one that's married to that one guy. Okay, Janice, thank you for keeping up on that. I like to watch him. He's, I will fall to sleep. He's got a very soothing voice. John McLean. You guys got to see him if you've never seen him. Yeah, he jokes about being like 1,200 years old or something like that. And some of the young ones, they really fall into believing that he's serious. Yeah, Tony, I'm right. I'm kind of a slightly germaphobe, so if I was in Leanne's shoes, I would be going nuts. That's one reason I couldn't have been in. And over here in Hawaii too, the elementary teachers, OMG, they constantly are fighting the ukus. All kids come down with ukus, lice. Rachel had them. Christopher Allen, no, I haven't. I do like Wayne Goss. He's also a British guy with a great sense of humor. Very, very funny. Very funny. Oh, I love that girl. Glitter and Lasers. What's her first name again? I forget. She's real big and she's always trying on. You know what? She had a bad spell there. Oh my goodness, I felt so bad for her. And then she was like total stressed out. And she thought, oh, I'm going to run away from it all and I'm going to go on vacation. And her vacation just fell apart. My heart was broken when I was listening to her. You could tell that she was just really, like her expensive laptop and everything got broken. Let's heat this pan up. I'm getting hungry. Okay, so I'm going to heat it. How hot? Medium? And I'm going to put a little coconut oil. I keep my coconut oil in here. I mostly only use coconut oil. Either that or from one extreme to the other. Very healthy. Or rendered bacon fat. I'm a little schizo in the kitchen. Can't make up my mind. I like a happy medium. A little naughty, a little nice. Santa loves me. Okay, whose voice is so amazing? John McLean? or this Christopher Allen that I need to go watch? Who are you saying, Anna? Are you really not Angela? You're really Anna. You're finally, you're finally coming true, coming clean. Yes, Janice, this is the recipe that won. Now, recipes win not by how good or how bad they are. They don't win because they are your old recipe out of your kitchen or they're a gourmet one. They win just by simply being thrown in, and the more the merrier. I put everybody's name with their recipe, and then I just go like this and mix them up, and then I close my eyes and I pull out like that. And then we make it online. Make it like this, Janice. We make it together, and then I make a little care package, specifically things chosen for you. And I put your recipe in our recipe box. And at the end of the year, one lucky person in our Ohana is going to get their name drawn out, and we'll get the recipe box that has all of the 12 months. Hi, Nicole. Good to see you, hon. I'm getting really hungry. Tony, did you tell me what temperature to put this? Or just a regular, like any other cooking pancakes? I got it set at 275. It's considered medium. I'll do a little test one. Oh, it's sizzling. Oh. Oh. I like it. Oh. Maybe it's too hot. I'll lower it down to 250. Hi, Alyssa. How's Tommy? Oh, I was so worried about him, Alyssa. Medium, light golden brown. I vote pork fat. Yeah, Jamie. We're all going to die anyhow. You may as well enjoy the time that you're here. I'm not going to get myself so skinny. You know what? I only want to lose weight to get down to about approximately, like a size 12, 14. That's good enough. And I'll actually be happy long before that, because all of my health will be, my energy level and all of my chronic pain will go, my energy level will come back, my chronic pain will go away. Oh, these are like crepe. Yeah, did we get an answer about how Tommy's doing? It smells good. It looks good. I'll do a bigger one here in a minute. I just did a teeny tiny one. And I demolished it when I flipped it over. Let's do another one. My pan is really hot. I'm going to make a big one. You know, even if you added like a tablespoon of flour to this, it wouldn't add that much carbs, and it might add a little bit of body to it. You know what I like to make? I used to grind up, oh my goodness, it's 1 hour already? No way. How that happens? And a whole hour just disappeared. I didn't tell you about my hair. I didn't tell you about a lot of things I wanted to tell you about. My hair is so funny. Okay, so I went and bought the new purple shampoo last night. Uh-oh. You guys will do better on this. It's like, I have no patience. I'm being like a child. I'm like wanting to fuss with it and flip it over. Too soon. Here, I'll show you. See? It looks good, yeah? While I've got it up, let's flip it over. Oh, no. Well, let's have scrambled pancake. That one's going to be a scrambled pancake. Oh, no. Oh, Alyssa. Oh, my God. Honey. I wish I was there to put my arms around you and hug you and just hang out and be there for you. You know what? There's nothing any of us can tell you. See now? What I was telling your fiance John, we all go through those days. Alyssa's having an exceptionally bad one of those days. Oh boy. Well, even though it's a scrambled pancake, it looks really yummy. I'm going to eat the dickens out of it. Yeah, we're going to all be thinking about Alyssa. Well, I have been anyhow. That's why I'm so glad to see her. Oh, this tastes good. This tastes like custard. Too bad I don't have a little flour in here already. I would throw in like 1 tablespoon of flour. But I'm going to taste this. I cannot wait any longer. So here I am. I've got it all messed up. But, you know what? It's like me. The looks on the outside might not be all that, but it might taste really great. This is so good. OMG, this is so good. I'll dig out my box of those little packets and start using that. OMG. Tony, this is so good. This is really, really tasty. I don't even have any fruit or any syrup on it, and it's yummy. Definitely a keeper as far as recipes go. I would definitely be making this again. I'm going to simply add about 1 tablespoon. I'll see how the thickness goes. 2 tablespoons at the most of flour mixed in. Just to increase the body a little bit. This is really good. I got to show you guys, now on the other end of the spectrum, I got to show you guys that cinnamon bun French toast. And you take the roll of cinnamon buns. Yeah, well, I had only cooked up teeny tiny bits so far. Alyssa, we're glad that you dropped in too, hon. If you haven't tried, look up the cloud bread and make cloud bread. That is really, really good. And you can make it a little thick, and then you can use it to make sandwiches. And FYI, I make a really great. Now see, I didn't do so bad on this one. and then the backside is a little darker. Ouch. But they are very crepe-like. I would say that when I serve this to Dennis, I would sit here and make up a ton of them and then serve them in a big stack piled high. He's upstairs staying out of our business. He didn't want to have to hear me chatter, chatter, chatter. So he misses out on the pancakes. You snooze, you lose. Zamora, Zamora, are you really now, are you Anna or are you Angela? Because you were saying Anna and I didn't know who you're talking about. I'm gonna have some strawberry. Fried cornbread for the first time yesterday. That would be like a hush puppy, yeah? See, good strawberry. Oh, this one is cooking up real nice. I think I'll lower my temperature to 240. Oh, everybody come over for pancakes. Yeah, you guys got to try cloud bread. If you're trying to stay away from bread, cloud bread is so yummy. Now, the hard part about cloud bread, you have to use your electric mixer and beat those egg whites and get them nice and fluffy. And then you fold it very gently into the egg yolks. But it's worth the effort. It's really good. This is really good. Oh, you know what I'm going to try this time? Where's my cinnamon spice with apple flavoring? I'm gonna sprinkle some of that on top before I flip it over. Oh, you should smell it. Already the house smells like cinnamon spice. Oh, see? I'm pathetic at flipping that over. This is not a good edge. It doesn't get under there very nicely. And perhaps I was too anxious. Oh, we don't have Long John Silver's over here. Cloud bread is very low carb. And I think I put like a tablespoon or two of flour in that. And it had substance to it, so you could put your healthy meats and vegetables and stuff and make a sandwich. Don't load it down too heavy. Not like a sub sandwich, but... And I make a really mean cauliflower crust for pizza. Now, if any of you have not tried cauliflower crust, I'm not going to show you these because your pancakes will turn out looking much prettier than mine. And I just don't care. I just want to cook up the batter and eat. Because it's what time? 3:30, and we had breakfast at 10:30, so yeah. The thing I do different with my cauliflower crust is something I learned on YouTube, of course. Oh, you know what? This is a nice additive to this recipe. I just sprinkled it on before I flipped it over. But theoretically, you could cook it and then sprinkle it on afterwards. Very tasty. So There's this guy on YouTube that teaches how to make the best uh, crust. And the problem with cauliflower crust is cauliflower has so much moisture. And some tell you to microwave it for 8 minutes and then stir it, and all that steam will go off. I didn't find that to be a very good tool. That didn't work well. So I tried that. People tried to tell you to let it sit in a sieve with this. Uh-oh, I got my strawberry on it. Oh, now I'm going to have to bleach out the strawberry juice. This is what they call a flour sack. 100% cotton to dry dishes with. You can buy them for real cheap at Walmart. And they're super soft. Do not put, when you wash them, listen to me, listen to me, kids. Do not put fabric softener. Just like I don't put fabric softener in my bath towels either. Because fabric softener will make them less absorbent. So just wash them and then throw them in the dryer. Anyhow, one of them had said to put this as a piece of cheesecloth. I had actually bought cheesecloth. And it said to put the cheesecloth in your colander, then put your grated cauliflower and let it sit there for about an hour or two, dripping, 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 and then squeeze, tighten it and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Tried that method, put everything into it, and did not turn out a good. This guy has the best idea and it works every time. Oh, let me flip it. Hey, I might actually get a good flip. Now, I'm going to scrape the edge of my flipper. We might have a winner here as far as the most pretty pancake of the morning, of the day. Because in my chit chat, I forgot to flip it, and now look, it's got a more solid. Ta-da! So that's the trick, you guys. Get an error. The trick is to let it cook a little longer than you normally would a regular pancake. You live in Michigan, but Alabama has way better Golden Corrals buffets that were home cooking that was not sugary or oily. So anyhow, the trick with the cauliflower pizza is once you've ground up your cauliflower to look like little rice, you put it in a pan. Use a bigger frying pan than this one. This is a little on the small side. And you just sit there and stir it on low heat, and you're gonna see the steam, and it's gonna evaporate, and just keep stirring, 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 and keep evaporating the water out. And when it starts to get slightly golden brown, not very golden brown at all, but you'll be able to know when it's done. Excuse me, got the hiccups. And furthermore, it'll start releasing less steam because the water content will have gone down. Then let it cool off. Then you mix your eggs in. Have any of you used the herbs that are in clear, it looks like a toothpaste tube, but it's clear plastic, and then it's got a screw-on lid. I forget the brand name, but you can get all sorts of them in the produce department in the cooler. It'll be stored right in the cooler. I buy the garlic, I buy the ginger, I buy Italian spices, I buy, what else did I buy? Oh, let me get this one up. I'm really enjoying these pancakes. Oops. I'm making a big one. So anyhow, I use those spices, and you just squeeze it and it comes out like toothpaste. So I put, when I mix in my eggs, and then you have to have shredded hard cheese. Use like hard Italian cheeses, and you can shred them yourself or buy them shredded. And you only want to use hard. Don't use mozzarella. It's going to melt and get too oozy and too soft. Hard, like Parmesan. Uh, what is that? Reggiano, Parmigiano Reggiano or something. Good. Oh, okay. Mel knows what I'm talking about. The tubes of herbs. You can buy even like chili. They've got cilantro. Golly, they must have 7 different kinds of herbs that you can pick from on those. So I squirt in like a little, maybe like an inch long of garlic, half an inch of garlic, and I squeeze in like half to 3/4 of an inch of the Italian herbs in with the cheese and the eggs. And then the trick is when on your pan, your pizza pan, put a piece of parchment. You got to put the parchment. Then spread it out, leave it kind of thick, and then you bake it. Now, what I've done in the past is, once it got nice and golden brown on one side, I would have another piece of parchment and a plate, and I'd flip it upside down, and then I'd put it in for a few more minutes so that the other side could get brown. After that, then you can put your pizza toppings, your sauce, your meats, your vegetables, your cheeses. Now, it's not going to taste like bread. I'm not going to lie, it's not going to taste like bread. But the magic is, it doesn't taste like cauliflower either. But it tastes really, really good. And when I was making it a lot, there was times when I literally was craving that flavor. It's that good. Oh, this got done fast. This is definitely, Tony, this is a good recipe that you've given me. Use it for the rest of my life. Have you had cauliflower tots? They taste just like real tater tots. Really? I think I saw them in the freezer section, Jenna, but I think that I looked at the salt content and almost fainted. The tube I have just has a green cap and named Gourmet. That's it. Angela or Ann, whoever you are. I know you said Angela was correct answer, and then I saw you saying Anna. Ann. Don't tell me that I love them so much. Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But usually if I look at something and they don't come home with me, that means that when I weighed the pros and cons, that they were just too salty. Jamie, what are you looking to buy? The squeeze tubes? I don't know. Somebody else would have to tell you. I buy mine at the commissary. They're a little on the expensive side. Gotta warn you. They are. But they're so fresh. It tastes like you're just using fresh. And it lasts a long time in your refrigerator. It says to throw them away after a month after you open them, but I don't. If they get a little funky looking at the beginning part, what I'll do is I'll squeeze the tube into the trash sack, like maybe half an inch or an inch of the end part, and then the other part's really fresh, and then I'll use that. Oops, I'm kind of sort of burning my pancake here. Look at this. OMG. I am so thrilled. It's like a real pancake. Oh, Tony, you did good, girl. Now, where did you find that? Had you been making that for a long time already? So the best temperature for me to fry them at is 250 degrees. and then to talk stories so I don't turn them too soon. Sorry. This fell into the batter. I'm going to make something yummy with strawberries tonight. I have sugar-free vanilla pudding that you get in the refrigerator section at the grocery store. And I got some lady fingers. I do have whipped cream, and I'm going to have strawberries that I'm going to chop up and mix a little bit of, just a teeny little bit of regular strawberry jam in with the real fresh strawberries. And then I'm going to make like ladyfinger, vanilla pudding, strawberries, do it again, and put a little whipped cream on top. Does that sound good? Dennis doesn't even know he's going to get a surprise tonight. These are so yummy. If I can get away from making all the other stuff, like the ladyfingers and stuff, but the pudding that I'm using is sugar-free, so that's not too high in calories. And I'll only use a couple of little ladyfingers and break them up. It's just to have some texture in there. Jenna, I don't know of any low-carb pasta. What's the brand name? I know that, oh no, now I got strawberry in between my teeth. Uh-oh. Maybe I better leave this another minute. It wasn't coming up like the other ones were. Oh, man, I'm getting a headache from my glasses because I'm looking. I need to go get contacts. Or break out my expensive glasses that's got like so many different. It's got distance, it's got near, it's got far. Where are we at in the conversation? Jenna, ask your mom if it's okay. Ask your mom what the brand name is. I'll see if I can find it. I know that many long years ago, Dr. Oz had said this one black box, and it's something dreams pasta, and it has the same number of, thank you, Jenna. It has the same number of carbs, but it's made in such a way that the carbs don't affect you the same way as your average pasta. And I bought that, and I made spaghetti one night, and my husband ate a huge, massive pile of it, and the next morning his blood sugar was still good. So, and I was buying only that kind of pasta, but then one box that I got of it had little black bugs in it, so I stopped buying that brand, even though it could have been just a fluke, or it could have been the commissary that the bugs came from. Well, my batter is almost all gone. I'm going to have a pile of like 4. Should I share them with Dennis? I could holler up and, or I could just save them. See, I only got this little dab of batter left. I'm going to scrape it in there. Well, ladies, this is winner, winner, ricotta pancake dinner. Oh no, licious, as we say over here. Alrighty. And then you're left with ricotta so you can make lasagna later. I'm so kalohe sometimes. Naughty girl, rascal. Who votes that I let Dennis taste these? I really feel like I probably should. I just gobbled. I gobbled so much of it all by myself. There'd be four. He would really like that. He would really like that. Yeah, I'm gonna share. Even though in my heart of hearts I want to just scarf them up myself. I'll holler up to him. I can't use my phone. It's not like I know you all so long that I could give you his phone number and have you call him. And he wouldn't answer anyhow. Both of us, we don't answer phone numbers we don't know. Oh, I don't know, Jamie. He is like kind of shy. I had to get special permission just to use the picture of us at the mall having a little kiss on our anniversary. Janice, a review from him wouldn't mean a thing because he's one of those people that's not picky. He eats everything, he likes everything, as long as it's food and it's going in his mouth. I have a couple friends that are like that too. They said, don't even talk to me about gourmet stuff because, or what's in it, or how the texture feels on your tongue. We don't care. We're hungry, put the food in our mouth. And I'm so fussy. If I'm going to eat, it better taste good. I ain't wasting my calories on junk. That's true, Jenna. But if you have the option, he would definitely not show up then. When we got married, well, he still to this day is very, very cute. But when we got married, he was like drop dead gorgeous. I mean, hubba hubba, cute, cute, cute. You remember, have you ever seen the pictures of the young pictures of Hall and Oates? There's one blonde, tall, skinny guy, and then there's a dark-haired guy with a mustache that plays guitar. He kind of looked like a cuter version of him. I should find a picture of him when he was young. And I got one and he's acting goofy. I had given him a present. It was on his 21st birthday, and he's acting all goofy. He's like holding it and he's making like I'm King Kong or something like that. And he's got his curly hair and twinkle in his eye. Just adorable. I don't have too many pictures, Jenna. You know, because I was, I was probably size 16 or 18 when I got married. I know I had wanted to go in the Air Force, but I was like 35 pounds over what they let. And back in those days, to me, 35 pounds sounded like impossible to lose. Now I can lose 35 pounds like that, but then I had no confidence. Yeah, Janice, the dark-haired one. Actually, I think when they were young, him and Sean Connery looked a heck of a lot alike. But now Dennis looks cuter than Sean Connery even. Yeah, and so Jenna, I had a thing about not being seen because I was fat. It took a long time to get over that. You know, it just, one year something snapped in my head and I realized that, hey, if I die, all of my friends and family, they're not going to care if in the picture I was fat or not. What they're going to care is that they had a picture of me. So then I got over myself. It was just getting over myself. Losing your self-consciousness and accepting yourself how you are. And if you feel confident, I mean a genuine confidence, not a cockiness, then, oh, we've dropped to 12. I should have told my story about my hair before everybody dodged out. My hair, I got my purple shampoo, and it is a different one that I'm used to. And I guess I get to eat this one because it's all chop suey off. Okay, so this morning just now, look how purple it is. See how purple it is? And it's not even. I was trying to put it on my roots only, and then it got on my other part of my hair. And then I thought I had washed it out real well, but no, so I got purple. If the purple doesn't work, try blue. Oh, the purple works good. I was having good results with my other purple that I ran out of, but I kind of overdid it. I painted it on dry hair, and I let it soak too long before I washed it out. Yeah, that's the truth, Tony. I remember my mom. We had to eat everything. So we don't have a whole lot of pictures because he was shy and I was ashamed of being fat. So from our early marriage, we don't have a whole lot. Oh, you 12 will have the scoops that nobody else in our family has. You'll have to go, nanny, nanny. I know something about Sonny and Dennis that you don't know. I forgot to tell something that was exceptionally funny when I was telling our wedding day story. Remember that video? And I told you that our car wasn't working. His Mustang wasn't working very well, and that's why we couldn't get married on the 16th. We had to get married the next day on the 17th. Well, when we were at the party for his coworker's wife, who was getting the big diamond ring for her birthday, then when we went to get in the car to go to the Hilton honeymoon suite, the car wouldn't start. But I didn't know how to dump a clutch. That's the phrase he uses, dump a clutch. And so he had to be inside the car, and I, in my little red mini dress that I had gotten married in, had to try to be running behind the car and pushing the car so that he could dump the clutch and get it going. Funny, yeah? Can you imagine seeing that? This girl in a red mini dress trying to push a car down the road. It had to be so funny. And that's why, yeah. I know. That would have been so funny. I'm going to eat it right out of the... Easier to pop a clutch going downhill. I used to have a standard with a low battery. Well, thankfully, so then we drove, once we popped the clutch, we drove down to the Hilton, and it made it down there, and then the valet had to park it. I don't know what they did the next day. They got it started. Maybe they jumped it and didn't say anything to us. Well, I am so thrilled. I wonder what next month's recipe is going to come up with something yummy. The only thing is, all you new people that haven't played the recipe submission yet, don't put anything that has to be microwave because I don't have a microwave. I used to have one. We bought a new one because the old one died. 2 weeks later, we smelled this horrible smell. Something was going wackadoodle inside of it, and we threw it away. And I said, we can do without. Some people have a theory that, oh, that is so yummy. Some people have a theory that microwaves, you might have heard this, that when you cook in the microwave, it changes the molecular structure, and that can be unhealthy for your stomach. Who knows? Yes, Jamie, you can enter. But I bet we get more than 5 recipes this next time. I'm going to have to send Tony her package, even if I can't find this one thing that's on my mind. And then, you know what? I really need to go to the swap meet out at the stadium because I know I'm going to find it out there. It's just the fact that it's such a huge swap meet. I'm going to have to use my walker with the wheels so that I can sit down and rest because do I still have Mel, are you still in here? If so, tell them how big the swap meet is at the stadium. It's so huge. It's like 6 rows deep, and it's all the way around this huge stadium where they used to play the Pro Bowl. I'm so glad, Alma. Honey, are you down here? Oh, I'm so glad you came. I want you to taste these. These ricotta pancakes are the bombdiggity.com. So yummy. And the ladies want your review, but I said, he'll like it. It's so good. He's coming in. Do you want me to cut? I ate mine with just plain like that. I like that. I would make that again.
Pretty good.
Yeah. He likes it. I told you. Do you want to go on the screen and show him your face?
No.
They said to tell you that there's a bunch of ladies that would love to see your face.
No.
I told you guys he wouldn't do it, but he likes it a lot. I was telling them about the cloud bread, how it really did work. You could make sandwiches with it, remember? It just was a little labor intensive because you had to beat the egg whites first and fold it into the egg yolks. This is really good. And I think I could give it a little body by just putting like a tablespoon of flour in the batter. And the carbs are super low. It's just tasty. She puts fresh fruit on top of hers. I think I was just eating them like that. I know I got clean ones. Are you going to eat one of those pieces of sandwich?
No.
Oh, okay.
I want to have my
Hamburger?
leftover, yeah.
He's going to have his leftover hamburgers. Oh, it's so warm in here. So let me see where I'm at with you guys. Hello, blown up battery, Nicole. Oh, I better look and see. Had a guy help me jump my car. He had them on backwards. Gotta watch these people. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tony, that is so cool. Yes, Mel, that is true. You do walk the perimeter around the stadium, and it is a huge, you know what stadium. I don't use that language, but there is a word that goes with. It's a 3-letter word. It's a huge, huge stadium. You have to go early in the morning when it's really cool and take an umbrella to stay in the shade because it gets hot as can be. There was something, Mel, there was something when I was coming over uh, back roads to go get on the H3 to come home yesterday from the commissary. Some sort of huge, huge shindig going on at the stadium. They had cops all over the place. There was traffic jam every direction. I don't know what was going on over there. Yeah, I think the thing that I've got on my mind for Tony is over there at the swap meet. I think I'll have a bigger selection. Yeah, I don't know what was going on, but you know where the Ice Palace is? I cut through that little stadium mall there by Jack in the Box and the Ice Palace. I cut through there and that was packed out. And they were, hi Bachi, hi Bachi. No, you missed out on the food, Bachi. Go, go. Oh, I love you too, Bachi. Bachi, if you stay down here, I'm going to cut your hair. Her hair and her whiskers is so bad that she's got some of her food caught in her whiskers, and I need to chop it out. And she can hardly see out her eyes. Poor thing. It's just, it grows by leaps and bounds. Aw, Bachi, you miss the mama. You miss the mama. You should go with Daddy. Go with Daddy. They're still pregnant. Get down, Ellie. They're not quite so bad. If I give you treats, will you go away? Don't go away mad, just go away. That's all they love me for is for the treats. Let's be real. Go back upstairs with Daddy. Oh. Here's the treat jar. Sit it down, you. You rotten little kids. Now let's see what they really, really want. What they want, what they really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want a bacon barbecue. Let's see if you're so desperate you'll eat this, Bachi. Bachi, Mama's got to cut that stuff around your mouth. How in the world? Go. Babe, take them up with you when you go, okay? Call them up there. Go see Daddy. Sorry. Family problems. Here's a lamb recipe. They're messy, messy puppies. They're spoiled puppies. Frost City on Baratania. No, I haven't. Is it frozen yogurt? You would not, Rick. How long have you been gone away from Oahu? You would not recognize Alamoana, probably. I didn't even recognize it, and I live here. And furthermore, like all the shops have been shut down from. You remember Ward Warehouse? Like they had a really good frozen yogurt place there called Menchie's. They closed that down. They closed the old spaghetti factory down. How about them apples? Taiwanese shave ice. I come every other year. Hate the changes at Alamoana. I boycott shopping there. Well, nobody can afford to shop there anymore. Anyhow, it's just la-di-da, Prada, Gucci. They won't even. I don't even feel like I would be allowed to walk in there. Tiffany and Company. Puff puff. I'm so impressed. Not. Well, you know what? Back in the 70s and 80s, Ala Moana was fun for everybody. Well, they have like Hot Topics, they have Spencer's Gifts, they have Long's Drugs, don't have Sears anymore. Um, Everything's so different. I love Menchie's. Frozen, oh, I couldn't read without my glasses. Come back. Somebody was asking what's Menchie's. Kel, it's like really great, fantastic frozen yogurt. They maybe have 10 flavors, and you can get samples, so you find the flavors you like, and then once you put it in your bowl, you can put all the goodies on top. I always like one small little piece of brownie and a few pieces of cheesecake. And I like the little balls that are filled with lilikoi, passion fruit flavor juice inside. Now I'm really getting hungry. We shouldn't talk about food. He's eating his leftover. We had gone to Denny's, and the Denny's has these huge, huge hamburgers, and he ate like half and brought half home. Jenna, now, are you in New York City or just New York State? Never been city to see the state. I have a Facebook friend that I've never met in person, and he lives in New York State, though. He's really super nice, and he goes to so many interesting rock and roll concerts, like the old groups, and he goes to watch hot air balloons. And his name is Chris. I think he's in his 40s. Really nice guy. He's single, if anybody wants me to hook you up. Oh, pumpkin pie mix in it. Oh, Kel, you had me at pumpkin pie. Well, Tony, these frozen yogurt places are making it so expensive per ounce anymore. I had the other day in Kailua, one of the places sold out to somebody else, and I had stopped there for lunch. That I would eat it because it's less in sodium. So I just got a small little dab, and I didn't even put any toppings on it at all. And it was a small little dab, and they wanted to charge me over $7. I'm like, this is the last time I'm coming here. I could understand it if I had piled up and up and up and up and had a really heavy bowl of it. There's no way $7 should have been for that amount. What's Vero? Is that a town? Jenna? I mean Janice? Oh, you're saying the frozen yogurt is expensive, yeah. Well, over here in Hawaii, everything's expensive. Like mm, maybe 18 years ago, some of my in-laws came over, and my father-in-law could not believe it because they were down in Waikiki, and he went to get his morning coffee and a morning breakfast sandwich, and he could not believe how inflated the prices were at the McDonald's down there in Waikiki. Oh, Yummy yogurt is good. But you know what? Their quality was not quite what it is at these other places. I was just talking to one of our family people, and she is from New Zealand, and she's got me so wanting to get myself passport so I can go and meet her. Not only her, but her place where she lives, because it stays nice and cool. That's why. And like here, they don't have snakes, or so she claims. Maybe she's just trying to get me over there. No, I trust her. Coffee froyo sounds so amazing. I've only had it a couple times, and one time was good and one time was not so good. I love coffee ice cream. Oh, I'm going to pull it a little closer now that we did our cooking. Then I don't have to lean so much. Oh, put my feet under the table, pull it in. My husband's dream vacation is Hawaii. I made him watch your drive the other day. That's as close as he's going to get. I have to do some research and see if she says they have volcanoes like over here. I got to find out if they're live volcanoes or if they're like our volcanoes on Oahu where they're not alive. I might just want to move there if it's nice and cool. If it has no more snakes. They have people that look like all of the local people that I'm used to here. Oh, I'm so hot. This is a heavy cotton t-shirt. And so it really traps the heat, body heat in. What's so expensive now? Is it the frozen yogurt or going to New Zealand? Janice, you've been to New Zealand? It's expensive? Sweet Frog frozen yogurt. Oh no, I never heard of that. Oh, flying to Hawaii, yeah. When it disappears, I guess. Well, when we first moved here and we were in our early 20s, the heat didn't bother us. But as you get older and fatter, oh yeah, I did bring out my measuring spoons and then I didn't even use it. How about them apples? So as we got older and fatter, the heat started bothering us worse. Ooh, taro frozen yogurt. Yum. Janice, I have 2 more parts of the drive. Actually 3, because you guys can't watch part number 2 because they blocked it, and so I had to remove it. Which reminds me, I forgot to get Dennis to try to play around with it. He's off tomorrow too, so I'll see if he can play around with it. I have to have him try to strip out the audio in those little sections where I had the music playing. Which was sad because Some of the songs I like so much. Like we live on the windward side, and there's this song called Windward Skies. Look it up on YouTube. WINDWARD, Windward, all run together. And then Skies, SKIES. Look that up on YouTube and listen to it. It's really awesome. And it makes my daughter cry over in the mainland when she hears it. Yeah, too bad about them. I could put up the last number 4 and number 5 and see if I could get away with it, but I might just get slapped down again. And since I want all the perks that goes with being a partner, I better behave myself, because it's not so much the money, because according to Social Blade, I would only probably make about $500 a year. So, but there's a lot of perks that go with it. Like certain things you can do. Like I think I have to be a partner before I can do those polls that I told you about, where like Peter makes a poll and you have like 3 or 4 choices that you can vote for. I want to be able to do that. I know they have editing tools that are super awesome that only the partners get to use. There's so much things that could make my videos nicer and could help me once I get to be a partner. So it sounds like Dennis Diddler Bachi upstairs. I hear her barking. Ella's asleep next to me. Look at my roots are already starting to grow, and it's only been 2 weeks. Hi, Sammy. You remind me of my friend Sam Rowe, Sam Roll, ROLE. She is gonna have her first baby any day now. I'm so excited. She lives in Florida. When I first met her, she was living in, wait, was it Georgia? Atlanta, yeah. She was living in Atlanta when I first met her. And I love her to pieces. She's having a girl, and she's naming her Isabella. Isn't that to die for? I just love it. Now, some of you actually probably know Sam if you watch TV. Raise your hand, anybody that has watched Married at First Sight. Who all has seen Married at First Sight? Come on, class. She was on Married at First Sight. Aw, Nicole, honey, you've been having a hard bunch of stuff to deal with, so I don't blame you for needing some sleep, girl. That's draining. I think that Sam's edition series was, I think it was the 3rd year. But you'll see her name is Samantha, but Sam Roll, ROLE. And she was in there. And yes, ma'am, Nicole. It's coming up on 2 hours, so I'll be wrapping it up and going to stretch and walk around here a little bit. It's not so bad at the down here on the sofa, because I can kind of slouch back and stretch my legs out. So yeah, Sam was on Married at First Sight, and she did such a huge amount of personal growth through that. And she is such an amazing woman. I admire and respect her so, so much. She's just amazing. And she's got some cute pictures on Instagram. I can't remember what her name is on Instagram. It might be S Roll, Role, on Instagram, but she's got cute pictures of her hapai, which is Hawaiian for pregnant. And then one of the ones was so adorable. She cut out little. She made it look like, when in movies the kidnappers cut magazines to get letters out, and then they glue them, and it's all kind of chop suey on the note that they turn in to want the money for kidnapping. And she kind of made one like that, and it was so adorable. And she was talking to Isabella and telling her that this is the final eviction notice, that she has to vacate the premises. It was adorable. Yeah, ransom note. Thank you. Oh, Sammy, I'm so sorry to hear that. Does your knee have the doctors trying to push a surgery on you? I'm sure if any doctor got a hold of me, they'd try to probably push me into surgery. I ain't doing it. So anyway, my friend Sam is now in Florida, and she has an adorable, sweet, wonderful, just what the doctor ordered, soon-to-be husband. They decided to wait and to get married after the baby came. But she's got a gorgeous, gorgeous engagement ring. And he's super awesome. And I'm so glad she didn't stay with the guy that she was with, because he was just not right for her. That was very traumatic. I cried and cried and cried that last episode of that. Ooh, silicone injected. Yeah, I'm so excited for her. She likes to do, what Sam likes to do for exercise is so thrilling, and she showed it on the show when she was on Married at First Sight. I think they call them, no, not satins. It's like they go up, they go up in, they hang. They do exercise while they're hanging on these pieces of fabric that hang from the ceiling. Does anybody know what the heck I'm talking about? Jenna, good night. Stay off the phone. You're right, Jenna. When you're right, you're right. Silks. There you go, Janice. You do that too? I saw her doing it and making her then husband that she had married at first sight try it, and she's so good at it. And the other day I was thinking, won't that be cute when she can teach Isabella how to work out on the silks? She's got the cutest little figure, and she didn't put much weight on. Well, she claims she did, but then I wanted to send her a cute little outfit to wear to the office, LuLaRoe, so that she could feel how super soft the LuLaRoe material is. And I asked what sizes she was now that she's hapai, and her sizes are still so tiny. I was like, oh my gosh, she thinks she's gained a lot and she's this size. I'm like, oh goodness. Sammy, oh, the shots. I think the shots into your knees have to, because my friend Alberta had the shot. She got a bad reaction the first time she got it, but she had it another time and didn't get the reaction. And and it wears off, and then she says she's thinking about if she now she's lost weight, and so I don't know if she's going to have to, but she was thinking she might need this knee surgery because it was bothering her so bad. Night, Jana. I'm so glad that you dropped in. You have sweet dreams. Hope you don't have to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, Sammy. Well, pretty much anybody who's had a baby can take a lot. Yeah? That's not for wimps. That's why men don't have babies. The human race would have been in a whole lot of trouble if men had to give birth. Their pain threshold is just too low. I think it hurts like heck, Sammy, to be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The shot. But I think once it's over, I think that the relief is so good that she's going to be like, oh. Right? Hi, Leslie. You always leave the sweetest comments. Thank you so much for always leaving me a kind word now and then. You missed out, Leslie. We made the ricotta pancakes. You'll have to watch it Bombay afterwards, later. Watch the replay. Because we made the ricotta pancakes, and man, are those good. I'm going to definitely make them over and over again. You don't even taste it like cheese. It doesn't even taste like cheese. It's just lovely. Okay, Tony. It was great fun. I hope everybody has fun. Is anybody going to do anything exotic, like go out and go skiing with a motorboat or? Oh, everybody shows me to their husband or their boyfriend. It's like, hey, isn't that your mom? Oh, you had an auntie just like her. You're going to work from home? Oh, super exciting. What do you do, Sammy, from home? Computer work of some sort. Well, they're probably not open on a weekend. I got myself in a pickle. I told the kids I was going to teach them something about manatees. Oh, Leslie. I want to hug you. And then I went to the library to get books about manatees so I could show them. Like, I can find a lot of information online, but that doesn't help because I can't show them visually the stuff from online. So I wanted to get books at the library, and the library was closed both times that I went. Furthermore, I got to find my library card because I was told that they won't let you sign out anything, even though they can look up your name on the computer and they can check your ID card. They still won't let you check out unless you have your actual card. Excuse me. Ah, well, Angela, if you ever run out of places to clean, you come on over and visit me. I don't have a printer, Janice. You know why? Because back in the old days when I had a printer, I got it saying, oh, I only print, I'm not going to use it because I only print like one or two things every now and then. After I got a printer, I printed all kinds of stuff that I didn't even need printed. So I need to start just reading the kids some of their books and stuff until I can get my manatees. Because once I teach them about the manatees, did you see I had a little stuffed manatee? And then I'm going to do a giveaway, throw all their names in for the giveaway and pick out one and pop it in the mail to whoever's the winner. I got that at Ben Franklin's. A cute little stuffed one. It's so cute. Its name is Seaweed. It's been such a long time since I was a brownie leader. I forget all the kind that I used to do with them. Time to learn it over again. I remember some of the songs. We had great songs. Makes you think of Hairspray? Well, hopefully I look a little better than that big woman on Hairspray. That big woman that was actually... Oh, there's something in the movie about seaweed. You know, over here, the kids love to eat dried seaweed as a snack. They just love it. Of course, we like it on our musubis. Spam musubis, which I don't let myself eat hardly at all because one little slice of spam has got like 1,000 milligrams of salt. Whew. It is 4:37 here. So that means in the East Coast, it's what, 10:37? Getting kind of late. I'm sorry. Well, I think I'm not going to put up too much travel things for a while because we lost a few people, and I think it's because they just weren't interested in seeing Hawaii. So I'm going to do, I've got so many things still yet to cover. Like I've got two seen on TV to do. Does it work with them? And I need to start up a new recipe contest. And so be finding your recipe that we want to put in. It's just got a lot of different things that we can go back to doing that maybe some of the other people that don't care about seeing Hawaii, maybe they will enjoy it better. Oh, cooking stuff. Like I can show you the recipe for that. Oh my goodness, I cannot stress how yummy that French toast, cinnamon roll French toast was. I was amazed. It was so good. And now I know people want to see how to make the cauliflower crust pizza. I'll do that. And did I teach ratatouille yet? I love to make ratatouille. I thought I taught it, but I don't know. I gotta look on my... Ratatouille makes me... Aw, he's sleepy. Ratatouille is one of the few ways that I adore vegetables. I love ratatouille. And I kind of do my version. Because you're supposed to use herbes de Provence, the French herbs in it, but some of the herbs in herbes de Provence, Dennis and I don't care for. So I use just a smidge of Italian spices. You're still here. Who's that? Jamie. Dropping your son off at work. But I'm making him type for me. Oh, that sounds good. Hey, Jamie, son. You're working the night shift. Where do you work? I haven't seen Hairspray in so long. I like what's that girl's name that was the lead character? Um, and what's up with her life anymore? Does she still have a talk show? Because I don't watch regular TV. I only watch YouTube. Ricky Lake, that's it. I think she had lost a lot of weight and she had like a little talk show. And then I think she got divorced. And then I lost track of what's happening with her. Somebody do a book report. Book report on Ricky Lake, where she is now. I like this backdrop so much better than that other one I had. I thought the other one looked pretty when I bought it because it was like waves and clouds and but then on when I put it on the screen it did not look good. Oh, I know. I'm going to do a show and tell of my tattoos. Everybody said they wanted to know about all my tattoos. I got them so long ago. They probably could use refreshing. I need to set us up our Sunny's Honeys at Facebook. You want to know something funny? What held me back from already setting it up is because to set it up, I have to log out of my current one, my personal one with my friends and close family. And I'm not quite sure I know and remember the password to get back in. I've had to change it a few times and I'm not sure which one I remember. Yeah, tattoo video. Safeway grocery store. Oh, my daughter works at Safeway. That's a good place to work. And she could move up the chain of command. That's so awesome. One of the guys, Wally, Wallace, that worked with me at Sears, he worked also at Safeway for, like 20, 30 years in the dairy department. He loved it. My daughter is a cashier right now. She started out originally in the deli and then moved to cashier. Oh, I'm getting a headache from these glasses. Okay, this East Coast Sunny's Honey is going to bed. Hugs. Good night and sweet dreams, Sammy. I hope you have a fun dream. Maybe you can dream of flying out and going holo holo with me to here in Hawaii. Sammy, did you hear me before? I was teaching them holo holo. That means when you spontaneously go shopping here, there, and everywhere. No plans, and then stop and eat your lunch. Yeah, that would be a fun dream. We'll go to the Chinese buffet in your dreams. You can know me like that. I would love to go to the Chinese buffet. I'm not going to be a vegetarian, though. I'm going to eat it all. Love you, Sammy. Mwah. Sweet dreams. We'll see you another night or another day. If you get bored tomorrow and you see that I'm doing a live, then take a coffee break from your computer homework. I have the best kids. Oh my goodness. I think it's like all of the best kids from Peters came over here, and now I got them. I still share them with him. It's really funny about my tattoos. I'll tell you, even though this is not the official show and tell. I have my cats, and I never really was that much into cats. I like them enough, but I'm really totally into dogs. But what happened is, I don't know why I didn't get a dog on to start with. I think because at the time when I got these, I was hand raising Venus and Pua because I was working where I was working. One guy had thrown a box from the attic down. Fortunately, it was on carpet, and out fell three little baby kittens with their umbilical cord still on. And we knew that they had stray cats that came around when we were closed up at night. And what we best figured was that she had given birth that night, and then when she heard us come in the morning, she ran away and probably had every intention of coming back to nurse them after everybody cleared out. Um, but anyhow, they fell out on the carpet, and I scooped them up to see if they were still breathing and if they were okay. And then the light bulb went on over my head that now that I've touched them, the stray would not nurse them and take care of them. She'd just let them die because she would smell the humans. So my boss, being the great guy that he is, he let me take the day off. And I went over to the vet, and they explained how to mix the formula and how to feed them just a tiny amount every 2 hours, how to make them go shishi. You have to take a warm, wet cotton ball and dab it down there, and that'll make them go shishi because the mother usually licks. But I'm not doing that. So you use a cotton ball that's wet, warm, and yeah. So I raised the three kittens. I looked so bad back in those days. I had dark circles under my eyes because I'd have to set my alarm clock for 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. My boss let me bring them to work with me. I had their incubator that I had made to the side of my desk. And a lot of times, since I'm so big bosomed, they would sleep in the center of my bra. So that's why I had cats, because I had saved their lives, so I was responsible for them. And I found a home for the middle child, but I kept Venus and I kept Pua. Venus was the biggest one and Pua was the runt. And they were best buddies with my golden retriever, Donnie. And they passed away a couple years after Donnie died. One of them would suck on my earlobe when she was nervous. She'd suck on my ear. Of course, my earlobe was there. It wasn't a puka then. But she would suck on my earlobe and drool on my shoulder when she was nervous. For some reason, that soothed her. If I ever get to the mainland, we're going to have a meetup thing. Especially if there's several of you that are in a pretty close proximity to each other. Down the road, my goals are to be able to have a nice little RV that I can travel around and see some of the stuff in America that I haven't seen. Yeah, it was kind of neat, Angela, when they very first opened their eyes, when they were, how old? Maybe 3 or 4 weeks old, when they very first opened their eyes, and I was the first person that they saw. That was a really special moment. But the reason I don't like cats just in general, of course, the biggie is the smell. That I don't care what kind of, I even had that one kind of electronic litter box that once they went she, it would go like this and it would take the um, clumped stuff and push it into an airtight container. Still the house, even though you change that out all the time. It's just a smell that you don't get when you have dogs. And also, but the big thing for me is even though they thought that they were a dog because they were raised with the golden retriever, and that was hilarious. You should have seen them. They could be upstairs laying on the banister upstairs, and if you called their name, just like a dog, they would come running just when you called them. Most cats would look at you like, okay, well, she called my name. But they would come just like a doggy. Okay, Janice. I understand it's getting late. I'm so glad you dropped in. And I need to stand up and walk around or Nicole's going to spank me. She's kind of like, she keep an eye on me. She's my nurse. Told me to go and walk around, stretch out my legs. I'm scared of Arizona, Jamie. One time I got stranded for 5 hours. We were 65 miles outside of Phoenix. Our car broke down and nobody would help. And there I stood with a 9-week-old baby in my arm, waving a diaper rag to try to wave down help, and nobody would stop. It was horrendous. And finally, 5 hours later, somebody stopped, but they said that the only help they would give us is if we sold them our car for $50 and a ride into Phoenix, and that they would come back and get the car. And they took us to the Holiday Inn next to the Phoenix airport, dropped us off. We were exhausted and tired and scared, hot. And to top it off, after we ate something and we tried to regroup and get our head together and figure out airline tickets so that we could fly out, and we were instead of driving. So we went and had dinner, and we went to the swimming pool to cool off. And when I walked from the bedroom into the bathroom, the little strip that was there had a nail sticking up, a rusty nail, and I stepped on it, and they had to rush me to the ER to get a tetanus shot. So I had to sit there for 3 or 4 hours in the middle of the night in the ER trying to get a tetanus shot, come back, grab 2 hours of sleep, and then get my family on the airport. It was like traumatic, and it left me traumatized. Yeah. Yeah, Mel, it was very scary. I kind of sort of like that Sister Wives show. I love reality shows. I haven't been watching TV, but when I do watch TV, like I was watching this last night, the Live PD. I love Live PD. I know, Heather. That was spooky. I thought we were, and since we had lived in Hawaii for such a long time, where it's really humid in the air, the dry air there was horrendous, and I'd have to put just a teeny little bit of water on the diaper rag and hold it in front of my face to breathe through because I couldn't catch my breath because the air was so dry. And we only had X number of bottles of water, so I was scared we were gonna. Yeah, it was not, it was scary. Flagstaff is more damp. You know, you don't even, when you've lived a super long time here in Hawaii, you don't even really, unless it's muggy like it is right now, where the humidity is probably 85% right now. But when it's just our normal 50, 60%, you don't really even feel it all that much. I don't even think about the humidity. But when you get in that dry Arizona heat, all of a sudden you notice the difference. If we had been older and better prepared for emergencies, that would have been one thing. Well, Sister Wives were in Vegas for a long time, right? They had their whole compound of houses built there. And then Mary wanted to go to her family's old home, right? And I think her mother's running it as a B&B now. Do you think that Mary is going to totally break away from the family completely? I know she's got her LuLaRoe. I went and watched a couple of her LuLaRoe on Facebook Live. I hope she can make it with the LuLaRoe. My LuLaRoe lady, she is the best. She will knock herself out to find what it is you're looking for and get it for you. I think it's really sad. Like, Mary was the original wife, right? The number one. Yeah, she was wife number one. And it's really sad how she's just got... He really acts like he's really doesn't in love with her anymore. Yeah, because she was the one that had to get a divorce just so that the latest wife could be married to him. And then all of that was so that they could adopt the kids, supposedly. Excuse me. And then after he adopted them, we don't even see him on TV that much anymore. She's very left out. Well, you know, that kind of lifestyle's got to be rough. Yeah, me too, Heather. To each his own. That's what I was told a long time ago. Like, I believe that God told me, everybody mind your own business. Keep your nose on what's going on in your life, and don't make any judgment calls on anybody else's life. That's their business. Yeah. Live and let live. Let them do their own thing. It's their life to work out. And I see it this way. We have been given free will by the divine, and if we start talking stink and thinking that we should be telling other people how to live, then apparently we see ourselves as better than God, because even God let everybody have their free will. That's just my thoughts. Just kind of throwing it out there. Somebody's sending me a messenger message. I don't see who that is. Hippie community. Oh, I remember back in those days. I was too young to be a hippie, but oh, how I longed to be a hippie. I was about probably in ninth or 10th grade when Woodstock happened. And then when we got back to America from Belgium the summer before my senior year, and I saw all the college kids, and I wanted to have the bell bottoms and the cool tie-dyed stuff, and that's why you see me wear a lot of tie-dyed stuff. That plus when I was a Girl Scout during summer camp there in Iowa, in Coralville actually, my friend Ginger, if she sees this and watches this, she will know. We tie-dyed our own stuff at the summer camp in our Girl Scout summer camp in Coralville that year. We took and made dyes from vegetables and all natural stuff and dyed. I like purple. That's why I like purple eyeshadow, but I haven't been having good luck getting it to work for me. When I was younger, it worked great. I like purple eyeshadow because my eyes are green and it makes them pop even more, show off their greenness even more so. Is everybody getting tired? Should I go? Ah, well, Heather, my birthstone is amethyst, so for the longest time when I was a child, it was purple everything, just because it was my birthstone. And then so I kind of fell out of love with purple, and now I'm kind of coming back. Oh yeah, these are pretty colors. I saw that at Ross's, and I just couldn't resist. I just love that. Yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. I probably should stand up and walk around. And let everybody go to sleep. So our one friend is going to work tomorrow. The rest of you guys got to have fun to do something fun. You've been cutting veggies the whole time. Oh, awesome, Mel. Mel, have you ever had ratatouille? I fell in love with it at a restaurant in Kailua called Formaggio's. They used to have it as a side dish that you could order, as a side. And I loved it so much. And the first time I had it, I was tasting it, and I go, oh, what is this? I couldn't identify one piece of the vegetable. And I said, it's not that I don't like it, it's that I like it, and I want to know what it is that I like. And he said, oh, that's eggplant. I was like, what? Wait a minute, I don't like eggplant. He said, well, I thought you said you liked that. I said, I do. He said, well, it's eggplant. When I was a kid, my mom would slice eggplant and flour it and then fry it, and it would be soggy and it would be bitter. But come to find out, I've done a little research. Did I see somebody else leaving? Gotta work. You're making me hungry. Thank you, Jamie. And I got a little sparkles in them too. I don't know if it'll pick up on that. Um, Come to find out. I did a little research on Google. Since I was a kid and my mom was making me eat that yucky bitter eggplant, they've been doing the hybrid thing where they um, can breed out certain characteristics, and it says that they've bred a lot of the bitterness out. So it's nice now. So, oh yeah, I never had yellow nails before. I thought, what the heck? Something fun for the kids. Um, Mel, this ratatouille that I do, you use red, orange, yellow bell peppers, onions, zucchini, eggplant, and I chop it up into chunks, about like that, and I roast them. I roast them in groups, trying to keep pretty much all the groups. And then once I've roasted them, now this is not the traditional way for ratatouille, but I had seen a recipe for roasted, and you roasted it first, and it would deepen and sweeten their natural flavors. And you don't cook them until they're all soggy in there. You just roast them gently for a little bit, and you get a light brownness to them. And then you put them all together. I put mine in a crock pot usually, and you mix in some tomato stuff and the herbs. I like just a touch of Italian herbs, just a little wee pinch of sugar to neutralize the acid in the tomatoes. And you just let it simmer, and it's kind of a vegetable stew. It is so delicious. I will eat that on top of eggs. I will eat that on top of rice, pasta. I'll eat it by itself. I'll eat it on a piece of bread. If you eat crostini for like poo-poos, you can put that even cold. It's good. It is so yummy. And its flavor just gets better and better in the fridge. Yeah, it is so good. I know. Now I'm so craving it. I haven't made it for a couple months. I usually make it at least once every 6 weeks or so. And then I make a big batch of it, and then we have it in the fridge for a little while. And I took some to my friend Alberta, and I thought she wasn't going to like it. She loved it. She loved it. I salt when I cut the eggplant, I salt it down real heavy. I really salt it heavy, and then I sit it in the colander in the sink for about an hour and a half, and it pulls a lot of the water out, so it's not real watery. And then after that, you just rinse it off real quick in a short little spray of cold water, and then kind of pat them dry. And on all of your vegetables, when they're taking their turn inside the oven to kind of roast, I first get them a little dab of olive oil and sea salt and a little pepper, and just kind of toss them like that, and then roast them. Oh, it's so good. And for people that try to not eat so much meat, it's really a good thing, because it feels real substantial. Like you're really eating something that's going to stick to your ribs. It's so good. And the reason, I never finished that story. Duh, hello, Sonny. When I fell in love with it over at Formaggio's, I would order it every single time we went. And one time I went and I ordered it, and they said, sorry, Sonny, we took that off the menu. We don't make that anymore. And I was like livid. I was like, you can't do this to me. You got me hooked. No, you can't be doing this to me. So I came home and I thought, well, if I can't get it there, I got to get it somewhere, because it's so good, and nobody makes ratatouille anymore. So I looked it up online, and I saw so many recipes, just went over and over and over all the recipes, and then I picked out that one. I know, it's like if you get your very favorite lipstick and you use that 90% of the time, And then 10 years later, the company discontinues that color. Rude, very rude. Yeah, Heather, it is so unusual to find a place, but Formaggio has really good gourmet chefs. Oh, really, Angela? You had a favorite deodorant and they discontinued it? That's how I am with my fabric softener. I only like the Snuggle Orange Burst. And so when it's on sale, I buy like 8 bottles and stock up. Oh, sorry to hear about that, Angela. After I went through the change of life, my skin became really sensitive where it wasn't before. I guess I'm going to have to let everybody go to bed. It's a 15 minutes before 3 hours. At the 3 hour mark, we'll all go to bed. Well, I won't go to bed. You'll go to bed. I'm still plugging away at trying to answer people, and I've got to think that some of the people that dropped their subscription might have been mad because I hadn't answered their comment yet. Oh, my hubby likes to be left the heck alone. When you're married 45 years, especially, he's kind of a loner. He'd rather just play. He's transferring movies from the DVR onto his cloud. He's got a 2 terabyte cloud, personal cloud that I bought him years ago. So he's got like 1,600 movies on there or something. We could do without cable and we'd be fine watching movies constantly. His phone has got a 128 gig SD card, and he must have close to 200 movies on that thing. Yeah, it's only 5:12 over here. The sun is just starting to go down. We never, on this side of the island, we never see the sunset actually. The sunset's over on the opposite side, so we'll just see the light going down behind the mountain. Looks like my hair is like gonna still. So let's everybody keep thinking about Alyssa and her boyfriend Tommy. It doesn't sound good at all. The last time we had a live chat like this, she had told us she had to rush him to the ER, that he was bad. He has, I think, seizures. And there's another condition. I can't recall exactly what his condition was. Oh, we only have 9 people. Everybody's going to bed now. I even ran out of water. I'm going to take all of my goodies and put them in the kitchen. And I got that $5 Friday from Safeway sandwich. I'm going to eat a little piece of that. My husband ate his leftover monster hamburger from Denny's for supper. He's up there eating in the bedroom where the air conditioning is. He's got it made. He's sitting in the air conditioning. Actually, now it's cooling down here too. It's not hot. What kind of hamburger? I don't know. It was some double, big, ginormous. And when you hold it together, all this grease and juice and water from the tomato and everything comes out on the plate. He put a napkin there and it just sopped a whole puddle up. And he ate half of it. Gouda. That sounds yummy. I gotta cook my chicken. I either cook it or freeze it. I brought chicken home days ago, but it's in that vacuum sealed, like each chicken breast is in a vacuum sealed pouch, individual. It keeps the air out. So I'll probably end up freezing that. I need to cook some of those. Used to be that every morning the doggies got chicken breast that I had cooked and then diced it up, and they would get some of that in there, or dry food, to kind of stimulate their appetite so they'd eat their dry food. Oh yeah, they do. Their bread is better. The $5 sub is big, but it's mostly bread. Here, Ellie, you can have the strawberry. Ellie got up and stretched. Ellie is my girl that likes to eat fresh fruits and veggies. Now I got to be careful because my dog Gracie got sick because I didn't know you weren't supposed to give him grapes. And she was sick for some other reason, and all she wanted to eat, she kept begging for grapes. How did they used to cut the bread up at Safeway? Was that strawberry yummy? So yummy, huh? Oh. Oh, at Subway. I can't remember. How did they used to cut it? Up on the top part? Oh, now I remember. That was like ancient history. Angela, you're dating yourself. That must have been 20 years ago. I should cut your hair. I gotta cut your hair. Stay down here. Uh, oh, you're younger than my daughter. My daughter is 37. I'm kind of hungry for pizza. Maybe I'll make a pizza. You know how I make pizza really fast and very yummy? I get the Boboli pizza crust and the Boboli sauce. We mix a little bit of sugar into the sauce just to cut the acid, not a lot. And then put the sauce on the Boboli pizza crust, and then add all of our own toppings. My sub that I got in the fridge was from Safeway. $5 for a great big huge one that had 4 big chunks in it. I probably should eat that instead of fixing a pizza. Anyway, I was going to do As Seen on TV Does It Work, because I got that rotor grater that you've seen on TV. It comes with 3 different inserts so that you can shred, or shred fine, shred coarse, or slice. And I did it to make shred the mozzarella. What I did is I put the mozzarella, since it's a soft cheese, put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes first. And then put it in there, and it sliced like it shredded like a dream. And that's so much better for us when we shred our own cheeses as we need them, because then we don't need all that stuff to keep it from caking. You buy it shredded, you look at the ingredients, and the last 3 or 4 ingredients is just to keep it loose and separated. It's not so good for you. So anyhow, I'm going to do a review on that and show you grating carrots and grating cheese. Oh, that's good, Heather. Those of you who are new to me, notice I always seem to have an itchy nose. I don't know about that, but I told them before. My mom says, if your nose itches, it means you're going to kiss a fool. My mom had the funniest sayings. Like if your left hand itched, it meant you were going to get money. And if your right hand itched, it meant you were going to make a new friend. Who know? Excuse me. Oh, I don't know if that's a cross between a burp or a hiccup. How many people listen to country western music? Raise your hand. I don't listen to too much of it, but there's one. I know my mom was a hoot. I think I caught this from her. She was a nut. I'm sure she's still a nut, just on the other side. And I think that she is out of her mind proud because I want to do this thing with the kids. And I want to do it right, and I want to do it good. Because she had a kids show on the radio for 6 years. Well, that must be the Midwest in me. My family originally was from Dubuque, Iowa. That's why I like pork and I like corn. Have you guys ever had one of the huge pork tenderloin sandwiches that they make in Iowa? Oh, it's so good. I got the recipe off of Google one time, and I took some and sliced pork tenderloin into real thin, and then I gently beat it with in between some wax paper and got it real thin, and then I did all the breading just the right way it was supposed to be, and then deep fried it and put it on a bun with just the right toppings. It was so good. It was like being back in Iowa again. I love Iowa. Oh, Illinois. My friend Frank and Aggie used to live in Decatur. Now they're down in Florida, in Ellerton. She's the caricature artist. Oh, carnitas. Stop. Oh, that carnitas is... I love carnitas. I love Mexican food. Okay, so in country music, do you remember this old song? I think the girl that sang it was blind, and I think her name was Terry Gibbs. And it was Somebody's Knockin'. And it's got a cute, fun little beat to it that you could do the Texas two-step to. And it's adorable. Look it up on YouTube. Somebody's Knockin' is what it's called. Anybody know that old song? It's kind of Kalohe. That song is kind of Kalohe. Rascal. Talks about the something about I never knew that the devil had blue eyes and blue jeans. Somebody's knocking. It's adorable song. I just love it. I like Willie Nelson too. He's so awesome. Well, Mel, if I sung it, you still wouldn't recognize it because I would butcher it. Somebody's knocking. Do, 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 do. I can't see it. I just love it. I never knew he'd have blue eyes and blue jeans. It's talking about the devil. He says we'll have one hell of a night. My body's burning, so he's gotta be right. Or something like that. Look it up on YouTube before you go to bed. You'll have it going through your head while you're falling to sleep because it's just a cute song. It makes me want to put cowboy boots on and slide around and do the Texas two-step. My first son-in-law is from Texas. And we never got along all that well for a lot of different reasons. But now that he's gotten older and I've gotten older, and I think we have changed enough where we're pretty much aligned, I think. I haven't seen him in person, but I talked to him on Facebook. Yeah. Jamie, the one that sings this song about somebody's knocking, it's a girl, and she plays the piano, and I believe she's blind. I'm 99% sure she's blind. And I think her name was Terry Gibbs, Gibbs, I think. Ah, Terry Gibb, okay. Heather, home was where for you? Now, wait a minute, I have to scroll up. Somebody who's from Illinois. Oh, you're from Illinois. And you've had pork tenderloin sandwiches. Oh, you gotta have the pickles on them. Oh. And don't they put mustard? Now, we also had something called, we also up in the Iowa had something called maid rights. Anybody heard of maid rights? They're what, during the old show of, what was her name? Can't remember. They'd always talk about loose meat sandwiches. My mouth's watering now thinking about it. Good old home style cooking. Hey, here's something my mother-in-law from Ohio taught me: to cook the cornmeal in water with just a teeny pinch of salt and cook it down and let it get nice and thick. She would have a loaf pan prepared, greased up, and then pour the hot cornmeal mush into there, let it cool off, and then once it was room temperature, put it in the fridge. And in the morning, she'd make thick slices, and she would flour it just lightly and fry it in bacon fat, and then serve it with maple syrup. So good. Jamie, what do you like with onions? Pork loin sandwich? Oh, heavens. I'm supposed to be helping you guys lose weight, not get you fatter. When we first got married, my husband took me to meet his family on our first anniversary. And his mom, who was relinquishing what she felt was her influence on him, to me, she says, "Don't you try to make him fat, because by that time I had started to pile the weight on already. I said, I'm not trying to make him fat. And she says, well, because he was always skinny. He was like 5 pounds when he was born, and he was always a skinny guy. And you can try all you want, but you're not going to fatten him up. Surprise! I didn't even try, and it happened. He got his little, when I was pregnant with Rachel, he got his little pregnancy pooch on his belly. It never went away. You put honey on the cornmeal mush cakes. Polenta, too fancy people. Oh yeah, I guess polenta. Well, back in those days when we first got married, she was one of the rare ones that cooked it, because you could also buy it in a stick, a big fat square stick, at her local little shop where she got all her lunch meat cut. Hey, every culture has such good food. That's why it's hard here in Hawaii. Mel can tell you because she's lived here. Okay, so we've got the Hawaiian culture, good food. We got Filipino. We have Japanese. We got Korean. We got Puerto Rican. We got so much. And everybody, Samoan, oh my God, some of the best food. And yeah, somebody's knocking. Too much good food. And our whole culture is based on enjoying food together. No wonder we have a really high percentage of overweight people. Amish food is so good. We used to go, when I lived in Iowa, we would go to the Amana colonies, and there was this huge house, and you'd sit there at the huge table, and they'd just bring big vats of food and put it on the table. You just serve yourself like family style. And it was all so scrumptious. Oh, we went over the 3 hour. Okay, my dears, I think I'm going to say goodbye, as much as I don't want to. And I'm going to go. Okay. Bye, Jamie. Jamie, I got you another box of pineapple shortbread the other day. Love you too, honey. So I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to go sneak off to hang out in the bedroom where the air conditioner is. Bye, Angela. I will walk around a little bit and then stretch my legs out in bed. Oh, Allie, were you here all the time and I didn't see you talking? Aw. Yeah, everybody have a good night, like Heather said. We have the best family. I'm going to try to figure a way. I think when we do the pajama party live, if I find people that sing the rock and roll songs we would want to be listening to, but it's not the original artist, I don't think we'll get in trouble. I don't think they'll block us. If anybody knows the technicality about that, let me know. Okay, sweet dreams, everybody. You were here for a while, Allie. Aw. We'll do it another time. Karaoke version would be fun. I should get a little karaoke machine and sing, and then you guys can sing on your side. That'd be fun. Okay, well, you know what? Us bad girls, we would sit here and talk all the night. So I'm going to have to say, I love you very much. Please go and take a coffee break, have a soda, walk around, go to bed, go to sleep. Love you so much, honeys. I'm going to make us a Facebook page where we can leave pictures and notes and stuff to you guys. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Not today, but tomorrow. Maybe we'll do another live. If we have enough people that pop in, we'll see. Okay, aloha. Now where's the X? Okay, bye.